Two close friends, Ethan and Caleb, both in their early 20s, had known each other since childhood. They grew up in the same small American town, studied together, played together, and survived every challenge side by side. People often said, these two are brothers, not friends. One summer, Ethan suggested something exciting. Let's go on a hiking trip through Pinewood Forest, he said. It'll be a real adventure. Caleb agreed immediately. Of course, and remember our promise. No matter what happens, we stick together. They packed their bags, grabbed snacks and water, and set out early morning. The forest was calm, sunlight dripping through tall trees, birds singing above them. They laughed, talked about life, and enjoyed the peaceful path. Hours passed, and they traveled deeper inside the woods. The trees grew thicker. The trail became quieter, almost too quiet. A strange silence settled around them. Suddenly, a loud, heavy growl echoed through the forest. Ethan froze. Caleb's heart pounded. From behind the bushes, stepping slowly into the open, emerged a massive lion, its golden eyes fixed on them. For a moment, neither of them moved. Fear tightened their chests. Then everything happened in seconds. Caleb panicked. "Run!" he shouted, and without thinking, he sprinted up the nearest tree, climbing desperately to save himself. Ethan, shocked and betrayed, stood alone on the ground with the lion approaching him step by step. The forest was now darker than before. The sun had nearly disappeared behind the tall pine trees, and every shadow looked like a creature waiting to attack. Ethan and Noah walked slowly, their breaths shallow, the air cold and heavy. Ethan kept scanning the path with a flashlight, while Noah nervously whispered, "I think we should head back. This doesn't feel right anymore." But before Ethan could reply, a deep growl rumbled from behind the bushes. Both men froze. The growl grew louder. Branches snapped. Leaves shook violently. Suddenly, a massive lion burst out from the darkness, its mane glowing under the fading sunlight. Its eyes locked onto them. Noah screamed and stumbled backward. Ethan tried to stay calm, remembering what he had once read about lion encounters. But the lion stepped closer, teeth showing, ready to attack. In a moment of pure panic, Noah turned, dropped his backpack, and ran as fast as he could, shouting, "I'm sorry, Ethan! Save yourself." He didn't look back. Not even once. Ethan's heart pounded. He knew running would make the lion chase him. So he slowly backed toward a large fallen log. The lion roared and leapt forward. Ethan dropped flat onto the ground, face down, completely still, holding his breath. He remembered, some predators lose interest when their target stops moving. The lion sniffed around him, its hot breath brushing his ear. It circled him twice, growled deeply. Then it walked away. Ethan waited until the footsteps faded, then slowly pushed himself up, shaking from head to toe but alive. Hours later, he found Noah waiting nervously at the forest entrance, pretending to look worried. When he saw Ethan, he rushed forward. "Oh man, you're alive. I was going to get help, I swear." Ethan looked him straight in the eyes, calm but disappointed. "No, Noah, you ran to save yourself. You never even checked if I survived." Noah swallowed hard. He had no excuse. His fear had spoken louder than his friendship. Ethan simply turned away and said, "A friend in need is a friend indeed. Today I learned who stands by me and who runs." With that, Ethan walked past him, leaving Noah speechless under the darkening sky. Ethan and Michael walked slowly toward the edge of the forest, the silence between them louder than the roaring river they had crossed earlier. Michael kept trying to speak, but Ethan remained quiet, calm but deeply hurt. Finally, as they reached a clearing, Ethan stopped walking. The golden sunset lit half his face, revealing both disappointment and strength. Michael swallowed hard. "Ethan, I'm sorry. I panicked. I know I shouldn't have left you, but I was scared. Really scared." Ethan looked at him, not with anger, but with a kind of clarity that only comes after a painful truth reveals itself. He spoke, gently but firmly. "Michael, fear is natural. Everyone feels fear. But choices in fear reveal our character." Michael lowered his head. Ethan continued, "You promised that we'd stand together in every situation, but when danger appeared, you thought only about yourself. That shows who you truly are, not a partner, not a teammate, and not a friend." Michael's eyes filled with regret. "I made a mistake. Please give me one more chance." Ethan sighed, then placed a hand on Michael's shoulder, just for a moment. "Michael, I don't hate you. But trust doesn't break loudly. It breaks quietly in a single moment, and it doesn't come back easily. He stepped back, giving a small but sad smile. I hope you become a better person, but this journey ends here. Michael froze. Well, what do you mean? Ethan turned away and walked toward the road that led back to the main town. I'm going ahead alone, he said softly. A friend in need is a friend indeed. And today, I learned who truly stands by me. Michael stood there, silent, watching Ethan disappear down the dusty trail, realizing he had lost not just a hiking partner, but someone who had trusted him completely. And Ethan? He walked forward with pain, but with a new lesson carved into his heart. Never trust a selfish friend. Value the people who stand with you, even in fear, the forest behind. Him grew quiet again, as if the trees themselves had witnessed the truth. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember, a true friend stands by you even in the darkest moments. Cherish the people who stay and never settle for less. If this story inspired you, subscribe to the Wisdom Tales for more real-life lessons and motivational stories. Stay wise, stay strong.